Welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Today we are going to go over 4 free tracks that I know every one of you have forgotten about, and we are going to start it off with Desert Sands by the man Erax. Now, Erax has been at it for a long time. Now, this has been an older track, but it is still very, very good. Erax has always been good at what he does. He always has been good at creating tracks. And I think, you know, looking at this and then comparing it to where he's at now, you can definitely see the growth and improvement in which he has made. But that does not take anything away from this track, because this track may not look as good visually as his more recent tracks, but it rides just as good. So this track is definitely on this list for tracks that people have forgotten about. I just really enjoy this track. I enjoy the way it rides, and I think that it would serve a very good purpose in like 250 gold plus lobbies on the ranked server list. So when I'm done here, I'm going to go and I'm going to suggest it on there and see if we can't get it up on there, because I think this would offer some very, very good racing. We don't get enough sand tracks in there, you know what I mean? I think sand tracks are definitely tracks that will challenge players more than just regular tracks. And I think in ranked lobbies, you know, that's going to come into play very heavily. So for that reason, I do think that it needs to be in the ranked servers like right now. And also on this list, just an amazing track. Overall great time. And if you enjoy sand tracks, if you enjoy Erax tracks, go pick this one up, man. I will have the link to all the videos down, or all of the tracks down below in the description. But we're going to head on over and check out the next track on this list. All right, so now we are up on Rolling Hills MX, and this is by the man Jonesy. Now, this was actually, this came out a while back, and Jonesy, I did not realize he has been making tracks for a hot minute, man. He really has. Now, this track is one of them more right trigger pennant type of tracks for the most part. There are certain parts where, you know, you have to slow down, cut down, watch out for the roughness and stuff like that. But for the most part, man, just flat out right trigger, send it and hit some big jumps. And I think it's overall, it's a very, very fun, flowy, and just amazing track. Now, Jonesy, if you're watching this, I highly doubt you will, but if you do for some reason, the normal map that you have on your water, I want it. I need it. If you could hook your boy up with it, I really enjoy the subtle ripples in the water. It just makes it look so good. The water that is on this track is amazing. I really enjoy it, if you can't tell. So this triple right here, I was worried with the new OEMs we weren't going to be able to hit, but we can. And like I said, man, this track, pretty much every track on this list are tracks that either were popular when I first started playing, or just, you know, tracks that I don't feel like get the love. You know, if we still have Walnut and we still have Farm 14 rotating in servers, there's no reason why we shouldn't be having tracks like these. And the only thing that I can think of is that people aren't going back far enough to look at tracks to download. You know what I mean? If you get a group of 4 or 5 friends together, 6 friends, and you guys all find an old track you like, and you put it up on the server, start a server with your friends, I guarantee you somebody's going to see that track and be like, oh man, I want to race that track. There's already 6 people in there. I'm going to join. Well, now other people are going to see it, and more people are going to keep joining. So there is a way that we can go about fixing, you know, just the same tracks in rotation besides just ranked servers. Now, as far as ranked servers go, I think that this track would do very good for the silver, you know, below gold. I think it would do very good in that rotation on that server. But yeah, overall, fire track, love it. We're going to head on to the next track in this list. All right, so now we are on 2022 Underground MX by the man Rock Chalice 3875 KTM. That is one heck of a name, I'll tell you what. But fun story about this track. This is actually one of the very first tracks if not the first track I ever downloaded for the game. And when I first started playing, I wanted to hit these jumps so bad. They just looked so good, you know what I mean? So they just looked like they flowed so good. And I couldn't do it, man. I've spent so much time on this track when I first started playing the game, just trying to get better and improve. And now to come back, you know, a year and a half later and be able to rip this track up is just absolutely amazing. And that's part of the reason why I put it on this list, because if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have, you know, that sentimental value to it, you know what I mean? But that does not take away from the fact that it is a great track. It is fun to ride, and the visuals may not be on par with what we're used to today, but if you're new to the game and you're looking for a fun track to rip or learn, definitely check this one out, man. I think this would also do very well in servers, maybe not for like gold, but you know, anybody below that gold tier, so that S class, or wow, that silver, you know, tier, I think it would do very good. So we're gonna move on to the last track on this list though. All right, so now we are on the Sandbox, and this is by Maxfield177. Now, I am not sure if he makes tracks still and or if he made any other tracks besides this, but I do know this was one of the first 10 tracks I ever downloaded, and this track is so fun to rip, man. Now, visually, it may not look like much. Visually, it doesn't have a lot going on. You got grass, hills, and dirt, you know what I mean? But the flow that you get on this track and the feeling of just sending it, I have yet to find another track in MX Bikes that gives me the feel that this track does. It's just one of those tracks. I spent more time on this track than any other track when it came to learning the game, man. And this track deserves to be, I would love to race this track like all the time. So I wish that this would be up in servers. And it's crazy to me that we have tracks, you know, like Walnut and Farm and all that, that stick around in servers. And then we have just absolute bangers like this that just aren't there. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. But I do think that this could also serve a good place in ranked lobbies for, you know, maybe anything below gold. Gold players probably not going to want this on their ranked list because it's not that difficult. But if you want to just hop on a track, spin some laps, and throw some fat whips, man, this is definitely your track. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. There's 4 tracks that I bet you did not know about. And go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.